Thinking about going without Mohamed Salah in your game week 1 drafts, I think this piece of content will make you think otherwise. If you take a look at the screen, this data from the Fantasy Football Fix, it clearly shows the point prediction for the next 6 game weeks. As you can see, Mohamed Salah is just behind Erling Haaland. He is expected to make 36 points in the next 6 game weeks, and in that second game week where Erling Haaland's fixture is a little bit difficult, and as you can see from the screen, the other players, that is Jesus, Kane, Saka, Son, and Grealish, who are among the top 4 expected points, don't have that much of a expected point potential in game week 2, whereas Mohamed Salah, who will be coming up against Brighton, has 7.5. And if you again take a look at another piece of data from DraftHound, he's expected to make 19.4 points in first 3 game weeks, and in first 5 he's expected to make 32.4. So if this piece of content has made you rethink about Salah, I think I have got the perfect draft you should go for in game week 1, which contains Mohamed Salah. And if you're new around here, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, we'll just get right into it. So if you go with a premium or a 2 premium draft, you need to have that 4.5 million goalkeeper and a 4.0 million goalkeeper on your bench. You can't just splash cash on goalkeepers, that you can't just go for 5.0 million or 5.5 million goalkeepers, as it would not bring balance to your team. So I think for that, my favorites for 4.5 million are Flecken and Steele right now. If you take a look at from the data that I've shown from Fantasy Football Fix, Flecken just slightly edges Steele, but from DraftHound, I think Steele has a better XP than Flecken in first 3 game weeks. But from the preseason games which I've seen, I have seen Flecken struggle a bit, whereas Steele has got an assist and also has been great for Brighton. So I think I would go with Steele right now. Then moving on to the defense, I've got an action-packed defense. I think a nailed-on defense. Except Stones, he might get rotated in a game or two. But I like Stones. He's priced at 5.5 million. Man City have great run of fixtures. He moves into the midfield at times. He also has gotten a goal already for Man City, and I like the role he's playing right now, so I'm going with him. Then it's Luke Shaw. So Luke Shaw's pick depends upon whether Man United sign a number 9 or not. If Man United sign a number 9, that is Højlund, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but if we have him signed before game week 1, I think Luke Shaw will be a nailed on pick in my team. I think he creates a lot of chances for our strikers, but due to a lack of number 9, we haven't been able to convert them in the past. But with the number 9 like Højlund, who is 6.3, and he will be great in the air, I think Luke Shaw will rack up more assists and hence give more points. Then I've gone with Gabriel. So he has best run of fixtures. He's an attacking threat. His XP for last season among defenders was the highest. So this pick makes no sense if you don't go with triple Arsenal attack. Then I've gone with Estupinan. He is one of the best attacking for fullbacks in the Premier League right now. After Chilwell, I think he has got the best attacking threat because Trent would move into the midfield. Obviously, I've considered him too, but he's priced at 8 million, so that's a bit too much if you are going with a Mohamed Salah. So on my bench, I've got Baldock as a 4.0 million defender. Then moving into the midfield, I think I've got covered all the essentials. I've gone with Saka, Rashford, I've gone with Martinelli, and I've gone with Salah. So talking about Salah, I actually prefer Salah in only first 2 game weeks. In the later game weeks, I might downgrade him to the likes of De Bruyne or even Son, because their fixture run is better than Liverpool's, because Liverpool have the likes of Newcastle, Aston Villa, then there's Tottenham, and also the Merseyside derby in the first 8. But after that Bournemouth game, we can go for De Bruyne if he's fit, or we can go for Son if Tottenham are playing a bit of a better football. And if Kane leaves, I think Son will be on pens, so that might be a better pick. You can also go for with the likes of Madison or Richarlison. If Kane leaves, I think Richarlison at 7 point will be a 7.0 will be a no-brainer. Then moving on to the Saka, is on pens. He has got a great run of fixtures. I think he was good in the preseason, looked good and nailed on starter. Obviously, he will be the most picked player, most owned player in the Premier in the FPL this season, up till game week 1. Then talking about Martinelli, I think I prefer him over Jesus, even though if you take a look at the data of Fantasy Football Fix or uh, DraftHound, Jesus is placed higher for XP and even for expected goals. Still, I prefer Martinelli a bit. I think he is the best finisher at the club. He's in midfield, so obviously he gets more number of points for the goals and assists he gets. And if preseason is consider or the data from the preseason is considered, I think most of the chances fell to the left wingers from Arsenal, that is Trossard, who already scored two, and the two games that Martinelli played, I think he was great. Many chances fell to him, though he failed to convert many of those. But still, I think he's a great pick, and I think I would have him ahead of Gabriel Jesus. Then talking about Rashford, I think again same goes for Rashford as I've said for Shaw. If Man United sign a number 9, I think Bruno Fernandes at 8.5 is a bargain. So if I had to pick one, I think I would go for Bruno Fernandes. And if you don't sign a number 9, I think Rashford will be a slight favorite, slight better pick than Bruno Fernandes. Then on my bench, I've gone with Anderson. So Anderson has played 4 times in the preseason, and that 4 games he has scored 4 times and also got some assists. So I don't think he will start regularly for Newcastle, but having a player from that much higher of a table team who gets some minutes. Even though here and there, I think he's a great choice to have. Plus, his goal potential is great as we have seen in the preseason. So I'm going with him. So moving on to the forwards, obviously Holland will be my captain, and if I don't choose to captain him in game week 2, I'll go with this draft. Then there's Joao Pedro. So I think about Brighton attackers, I think every single one of them is bound to rotation. Risk of is a rotation risk. Joao Pedro is their record signing. He was brought from Watford. He has already scored when he was on the pitch. He scored a penalty when Pascal Gross was not playing. So there's a chance that he might be on pens. There's a chance that Brighton start with front two with Ferguson and Joao Pedro, but there will be rotation. I think each and everyone will get around 55 minutes if they start. So I think whether you go with Mitoma, March, and Siso or Ferguson or even Welbeck, there is bound to be rotation. But I prefer Joao Pedro right now. I think he looks at great attack and threat and is 0.5 million cheaper than Ferguson. Then on my bench as a forward, I've gone with Mubama from West Ham. So David Moyes didn't allow him to leave on loan. He has him in his plans. He'll get some minutes. So at 4.5, he's my favorite striker. So this is how the draft looks like. And again, as I said, if we go with this draft, I have covered all the important price points. I don't think 6.5 million price point is that important, because in game week 2 or 3 you would need to have that money in your bank to upgrade your midfielders to the likes of Madison, Richarlison, or say De Bruyne or Son. So I think owning Salah and the 8 million midfielders is a better pick. So when you have to, gives you better flexibility. So when you have to downgrade, I think you can go for the likes of Son or De Bruyne and upgrade your striker or even your midfield. So that's it, guys. Do let me know what do you think of this in the comment section below. And also, if you enjoyed watching the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck for game week 1.